Alright guys, I am back once more. Work is over, running a little late to leaving on time, which is not uncommon. My bike's freaking disgusting as hell. The wind's blowing nasty out here. So of course, the dirt's just been kicked up all over my bike. My bike is nasty, but here's a nasty fun fact for y'all. I've owned the bike for almost 2 years, and I've washed it a total of 0 times. So, it's really nasty. I keep wanting to wash it, but every time I get a chance and I think I'm going to do it, I end up not doing it. So, one of these days, I swear, I will get my bike clean and polish it and make it look nice once more, but that's not going to be anytime in the near future. Just for the sole fact I live in the dirt. I live where there is dirt, and when you think there's no more dirt, there's more dirt. So, it is time to go home. I am ready. My wife found a new dish that we're going to try tonight, or at least I'm going to try tonight. It is cheese pizza. And then you put hot Cheetos on it, put some more cheese over it, bake it for about 5 minutes longer, and just, oh man, I am a spicy food person. I love spicy food, but spicy food does not love me, if you know what I mean. But I will eat jalapenos on everything, hot sauce on everything, anything I can get spicy. I get spicy. I love spicy food. But at the same time, like I said, spicy food does not love me. So it's a nasty, vicious cycle. My wife always tells me that whenever I'm MIA, she knows exactly where I'm at because of my eating habits. But according to what doctors say, spicy food is very, very healthy for you because it helps keep everything clear. So, I don't know. I just go off of my pretend doctor recommendation and eat spicy food. But I am ready to get home due to the fact it is ridiculously windy. Like, the wind kicked up bad out here today. When I first took off for work, it was a little chilly. We had a little bit of wind, and now that was at 8:30 this morning. It's now 4:30 this afternoon, so a good 8 hours later, and here it is blowing 4 times as hard as it was. And if I didn't need to be in this left lane to go home, I would have passed everybody by now. Alright, well, I know I'm going to be lane splitting at this light because this is getting ridiculous. I'm not waiting behind all this crap. Like, come on. There's only so much you can do. I understand. Well, apparently that guy doesn't know where he's going, so I could tell by the fact that he tried to practically run over the back end of my bike trying to get over into the left turn lane. Oh boy. I am just, like I said, I'm ready to get home. I've got plans for tonight, stuff to do. So, I'm riding a little more dickishly than I normally do. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm in a want to get home. I want to go see my kids. I want to go see my wife. And I want to go and try delicious hot Cheeto pizza because that sounds freaking phenomenal. Either it's going to end up being really, really good, or I'm going to get some really, really bad heartburn tonight. Oh, excuse me, that was awful. But I am looking forward to tomorrow for the sole fact there's a number of things going on. Tomorrow will be the day that we find out 100% if we're buying 40 acres of property with a house on it. Tomorrow's also my last day of the work week. second day of the work week, but my last day before I get 3 days off in a row. I did request some time off for my birthday, which is not in October. It's just I took late time off, if that makes any sense. Just could not get plans figured out on my actual birthday, so I decided I would just wait until later and try it then, which is what I ended up doing. Looks like someone had an accident right there. Part of a car everywhere. Again, like I said, that's not surprising. Not on Bear Valley. That is I want to say, one of the most god-awful roads in all of California. There are accidents up and down Bear Valley every single day. Every single day. It never fails that you don't see a car hit, smashed, a bike on the ground, and that's real crappy to say, because the bikers out here, most of what I've seen, they're all really respectful and do the speed limit. Occasionally you'll get the ones that'll just fly by everybody, but when they go down, it's never a fun sight. It's always one of those, being a biker, that's the one thing you dread, and just seeing how impatient people are and how completely oblivious everyone is to motorcycles. It's not a good thing. It just kind of makes you go, God, do I really need to risk riding to and from work every day? Or just riding in general? But it's something that it's either in your blood or it's not, and I'd rather be on a motorcycle than in a car any day of the week. This is just more natural, more comfortable to me. Less distractions. There's a lot more going on a motorcycle than in a car. You've got obviously no protection. You're in the elements. It's you versus the world. On a bike, in a car, you're kind of in your own little bubble. You're in your safe zone, and you're a little more oblivious to things. I look extra careful when I'm in a car, especially for motorcycles, just because I am a motorcyclist. I don't want to be responsible for taking another motorcycle out or having them wreck, or even wrecking into somebody else because of something I did because I didn't take 2 extra seconds to look. One thing that I've heard again and again, especially out here, is when you get on a bike and you're going to go ride, doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes down the road, if it's an hour across country, across the state, whatever, it doesn't matter where you're going. If you don't pretend like you don't exist, you're going to let your guard down and somebody's going to get you. So I ride very cautiously, like no one knows that I'm there and no one can hear my bike even though it's loud. I just pretend like I am only aware of myself and no one else is aware that I'm there, or that I'm riding right next to them, or that I'm coming up behind them or between car doors. Especially when lane splitting, but you just got to pretend like you do not exist. California drivers, honestly, since I've moved down here, in the 2 years I've been down here, I think I've known of more motorcycle accidents out here than I did in my 24 years over in Colorado. Like, it's a whole different world out here. So, and that's not to down on California or say it's a bad thing or anything, but some people just, it doesn't matter. They could have ran a motorcycle over, they could have killed that guy, they could have just severely injured him, and those are the people that you see that hit the bike 2-3 weeks later, 2 years later, a month later. I mean, they just don't change their outlook and their view on everything. They think, oh man, once it happens, it's not going to happen again. No, you can't be oblivious like that. You've just got to, if it can happen, it will. It's just a matter of when. And it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be 10 years from now. It may never happen to you, but as long as you think that it can and that it will, you've got a much more open mindset to the world and what it holds than if you just close yourself off and think, oh man, well, I only drive this many minutes to or from work, or I only go down this one road and there's no traffic between this time and it doesn't matter. There's always going to be that one person that changes the circumstance of your drive, your walk, your trip. All it takes is one person in their decision to cause a ripple effect. And it may not always affect you. It may affect somebody else. But at the same time, you've got to plan that one person's poor decision making could ruin everything that you've got going for you, or everything that you've got planned, or take something very precious from you. And that's the way I live. That's the way I've always lived my life, is I take the good and I take the bad, because if you don't take them both at the same time, or you try and be oblivious to one or the other, or you're not thankful for one and the other, it comes back to get you. It really does. And I don't mean to be a downer or go into super like, hey, here's my life beliefs or anything, but that's just the way I look at stuff. So I am heading back into the neighborhood. Going to go get dinner when I get in here, and like I said, hot Cheeto pizza, that's what I'm going for, and that sounds absolutely delicious. I'm looking forward to that. I'm ready for some hot Cheeto pizza, especially since it is a little windy and a little chillier out. A nice warm meal sounds really good. So I am going to call it quits here. That way I can get inside and get gone and get dinner and take care of the rest of everything. So we're done, ladies and gents. Good night, good day, all of the above. I mean, who knows what time some of you people watch these videos, but hopefully you guys enjoy them regardless.